welcome back to the Mr. Clean Space program where I now have braces. I might have said that previously, but I now have braces. We're going to make another rocket today. First we have...
Excuse me, sir, but I would like to interest you in Mini Bullet.
First things off to start with, we have our the corpse of one of our old rockets. We have the corpse of one of our very old rockets that kind of failed, but you know we're gonna probably redo the cone and we're gonna put some more engines in it and we're gonna make it a prototype for a much bigger rocket. Do you know what it's called? Do you know what it's called?
The ass. Hello, my friend.
Ow! First things first, we're going to plug in the hot glue gun as we always do, as we know that hot glue is literally the lifeline of crafts. You know that. Like, hot glue literally operates with pretty much every single craft. You know 5-minute crafts, right? You have any idea how much of this stuff is using hot glue? You honestly, like, it's everything. It's... Ow!
Where's your masking tape?
Where's the masking tape?
I swear to God, if you don't tell me where the masking tape is, I'm going to commit homicide.
Do you have a problem?
Where is the masking tape?
What? Masking tape? I hate children, but we're gonna actually take some hot glue now, as you know. It literally goes in everything. And we're gonna take... Where is the rocket? The rocket is now gone. It appears I found the rocket. So I actually launched another rocket the other day, but it wasn't with Sir Speedo, and no surprise there, it didn't work. It only works when he's here, no matter how chaotic he is. And it's just how it is. It's how we operate. But we're going to actually take the cone from a older rocket. I think it was actually the first, yeah. This is the first rocket that we used in the Sir Speedo, Mr. Clean, you know, little bit thing here. It's our first rocket, okay? And we're reusing it. All we really need to do is take out this cone and then replace it with a bigger one that we used on the failed rocket. Or at least that I used. There was like 3 other kids that were here, and they still don't actually understand how to make a rocket. And I don't really get how, because it's literally just gluing cardboard, paper, and other materials together. And I know that you can say that for any craft, but let's be honest, it's literally self-explanatory in the shape of the rocket that you can make it.
What's poppin', Logan?
We're gonna take the overly large cone for a very tiny rocket, and then we're gonna just put some more fins on it. That is my desk! That is my desk that you are hitting with a hammer. Not my big hammer, please. Take your string and your tape. And it's like the same as any other rocket, where you just tape the cone on, and, you know, other things on the sides to hold the pole up. Like this one. And, I use clear tape for this. This tends to work really well. It's like a good tape, I think, you know, it's a good, like, it's not like a brand or anything, but it, like, you know, clear tape just seems to be the best thing for, like, rocket, like, you know, just asphyxiation. That's not the right word, no, just putting stuff on the rocket. And, oh, right. So, this goes around here, and, it's going well. Tequila. Tequila. I didn't plan for this, by the way. This is kind of like, I didn't think, you know, it would be this chaotic. Like, I know that, like, that's why I have him here, you know. Like, his chaos, it's like, it's easier to deal with than most other people's. Because, like, other people, they, like, physically annoy me. He's just kind of here. I can't do anything about it. Like,
Yeah,
it's
straight.
not really much of a problem unless you're, like, really just annoying me. And, you know, I hate him.
Fuck you.
I hate him.
Fuck you.
What's up, guys? It's Sir Speedo. Currently, I'm taking over. It's time to rip the Band-Aid off. Today we're gonna talk about how,
Ninja!
Okay, I'm back, and this time I'm looking into the camera. So actually, we're gonna talk about... No, we're not. Okay, we're back. Well, I'm back. He's taxidermized, isn't that right? He's dead.
Back now that we're back. So now we're actually going to start making this so that it can actually become a rocket. You need the fins in a rocket, of course. So actually, like, because the fact that these, like, you know, fins are tiny, you know, look, the engines are small, right? They're like this big. They barely have enough force to lift anything. So we're going to make them out of cardboard because if we can't have metal, the cardboard is the lightest thing.
I want metal.
The metal won't lift off the ground.
I want metal!
It won't lift!
I want metal!
I want metal.
It will be too heavy to
I
lift.
want metal.
It will be too
I
heavy.
don't care. I want metal.
No!
I want metal.
It'll be too heavy.
I want metal!
It will be too
I'm gonna
heavy.
flip this table!
I'm not going to hell. You're going to hell, Jeebus. Well, kids, the moral of the story is I'm not gay. Another moral of the story, kids, is we're not making the fins out of cardboard. And I'm gonna take a nap.
Well, I mean, he did flip the table. I mean, it's everywhere. Stuff is everywhere. Fine. Fine.
What's up, kids?
We're making them out of cardboard still. I don't care what he says. This thing won't lift off the ground with steel. Listen, it just won't lift off the ground if we don't use cardboard. So we're gonna have to use this. And I'll be honest, you know, oh my god. I burnt myself with the hot glue gun just now, this little spot here. It's painful, but I'm gonna take these cardboard, like, things, and we're gonna just cut them down here. And, like, he's a prominent sleep talker. I don't know if I ever told you that.
I love coffee.
Aside from that whole fiasco, I have 2 fins now, and I'm actually going to take a 3rd strip of cardboard and make the rest of it. And this honestly, it's not too hard to make. I'll be fairly honest with you. Like they're relatively simple things. They're not like bad to make at all. I mean, I never have a hard time making cardboard fins. The steel sheet's just kind of hard to bend, but I mean, aside from that, it's relatively easy material to work with. But cardboard, it kind of like do the easiest thing. He could sit up at any moment, and then he'll just go back, and then he's back. He's asleep. Like watch. I can snap my fingers. Like, ooh. The cardboard's actually really easy to make fins out of. It's just you pretty much take it. Like you take a big triangle, right? Cut the end off of it, and then you bend a little kind of bit like that. And although it's not the most sturdy fin, we don't need it to be that sturdy because this thing isn't going to go that high anyway because the engines are so tiny. So we're not going to like put too many things on this thing. We want it to be light, you know. We don't want this thing to be heavy. So we take, oh my god. Hot glue hurts people, okay? You know, the human body's a weird thing how it can just like go to sleep like that. I mean, normally people like over an hour to go to bed. I mean, I've literally never seen anything like it before. Though, I mean, so we got 1 fin on, right? And it's relatively easy to glue these on. But luckily, we can just take a strip of hot glue and kind of just stick it on there. I mean, it's the same with every other fin. We just use a hot glue and like, you just put it on. That's all. Big strip of hot glue. It's very, very hot though. So, like, it's not the worst, I guess. If you get it on your clothes, then you got a problem. Because this thing, stuff hurts to get off. Like, it's painful. Oh my gosh. You know, I remember one time I actually got like a 3rd-degree burn almost from this hot glue gun. And it was super painful. Like,
What's going on?
Ridiculously
Are
painful.
those cardboard fins? I
bored. I'm gonna flip this disc again.
We essentially have a rocket now, so I'm pretty glad for that. You know, I think the commentary in the
really
back
tough.
was pretty easy to do things.
This is so dumb.
You do the bit after the video ends.
I have
still don't
bipolar
understand.
depression. I'm really sad. Now I'm really happy.
Okay, though, as said, the engine thing is a simple fix. Just a line of hot glue and a
Wee.
bunch of cardboard. And it's
Wee.
really easy. It's a
Wee.
super easy thing to do.
Wee.
So look at this. Like,
Wee.
exactly the length of the
Wee.
engine, right? We wrap it
Oh, I'm
across.
really tired.
And then...
Only had like half these. Who is that guy? He will get shot at right after I take a nap.
We have most of the stuff wrapped around the engine now, so it should be relatively easy to get that on once we have the, opportunity to. And we're fairly close to the rocket being done. We don't need to do...
Cardboard. Friends. Do you want to get shot?
Get this through your thick skull!
I am tired. Ah! Kill yourself.
So we pretty much have the whole thing down now. The engine's actually down here. It fell. What was
Scheiße.
that? What was that?
Blitzkrieg.
Did I mention I'm bipolar?
Easy way to think of this is we have glue.
I hate myself.
So we have to, of course, add the extra bits of glue, because this thing, the cardboard wasn't actually big enough to get across, but that doesn't matter, because we have more cardboard that we can put around it. And easily just make this thing as big as we need it to be. And, well, it's almost there. We're getting close. I think, like, is this big enough? Oh boy, yes it is. This is big enough, my friends. We should be good to go after putting this last little bit of hot glue on. And boy, am I excited. For a 4-engine rocket. That's right. They may be small, but this is going to be a 4-engine rocket that we can launch. And, I'll be honest, it should be pretty good. Okay, I like peeing day.
Staying alive, staying alive.
Look at that!
Staying alive.
This is perfect. This looks great. So, all we have to do now is just add the extra little, like, engines to the side. Maybe measure them out a little bit longer, and, well, we'll be good to go.
Staying alive. Staying alive. Staying alive. Staying alive. You have a song request?
Yeah, sure, I have a song.
What?
Whoa!
You wanna play tic-tac-toe?
On what? The rocket launch pad?
You lose.
Oh my god!
You don't have to be
So
salty.
these other
man.
engines I'm gonna...
You don't have to be salty. You just lost. It's okay.
I didn't think I was actually finished with this. I just looked down and realized that I'm now done with it. So luckily, we can now go out and fire the thing off for the first time, and well, I think it'll fly.
Cardboard fins.
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah.
Cardboard fins.
Yeah, what are you gonna
Cardboard. Cardboard.
Fun fact, he's actually angry, so that's why the camera's tilted. He literally hit the camera and caused it to be tilted.
The camera's tilted.
What do you mean you're tilted?
I'm angry. There you go. I threw it.
Yeah, so we put in the engines for this thing, and, well, this should be good. I've got our launch pad now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go down, get shoes on, go outside, and launch this baby. I mean, it should go well, I hope. The thing that mildly terrifies me about this is that the fuses have an opportunity of coming out. Like, we stuffed them in with toilet paper into the insides of the rocket engine, which is a whole flurry of issues. Like, they could just not go off in general, or they could just maybe one goes off and the other don't. I mean, there's so many things that can happen. So that's why we're just gonna fire it, like, right now. We're gonna go slightly inward to the field. We're not walking all the way down there, because Sir Speedo here has to leave soon, but what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna flat out, we're gonna launch this baby. I mean, we got a field, relatively decent-sized field, and we'll point it down, not downrange. I don't like the sound of that. We're just gonna point it, like, towards the end of the field, and hope for the best. He is on his way. Oh, hello. Rocket time. Ah! Okay, this is terrifying. The fuse is actually holding the rest of the thing up, but I think we'll probably be fine. Just go whenever you're ready. I really don't care. Just light it whenever you want.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
I think, okay, yep, all 4 of them are going. This is a good time. Wonder if this thing will actually go. Hey!
different times.
That's what we want. Well, we know that we can technically use the two stage thing, because oh, great. Yeah, this thing, it can launch. We know that. But the reason that it barely went up at all is because, well, the engines are literally so small that the thing can barely lift itself off the ground. We have a better plan for the next big one. You have no idea what we have planned. This thing is going to be huge.